tweet, I know how frustrating it is. We tried loading for 10 times and it was not working. So I just leave and we couldn't load after. And we had a backup plan. Trent was here to cast, so also big shout out to Trent. But it wasn't my fault. But look how good of a guy I am. I took one for the team, even though it wasn't my fault. But never mind. Let's focus on the game. We see the bans coming out very quickly. Dread Prophet, Dragonite, Ember Spirit coming out from OG. Same bans from Alliance. Enchantress, Earthshaker, and Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, this time OG banning Ember, so that leaves a Pangolier to be banned by Alliance. So Bristleback and Tusk, the other heroes that OG did remove, being left in the pool for now. As the opener from Alliance, that Grimstroke Rubik, OG started off with a Void Spirit, and I wonder if Void Spirit does get banned out by OG here, not allowing Alliance to take it, or if they want to keep that in the pool for themselves. So it feels like right now OG can pick whatever the hell they want. In fact, opting for the Keeper of the Light ban. How do we start things off for Alliance? I'm a big fan of when FNG, just says, hey, pick me Bane, pick me something like that, but they do in fact start off with a Void Spirit.
You need to have enough lockdown for Void Spirit. Silences, root mechanics, any kind of stuns, instant stuns that can lock him down. Like usually when Void Spirit first came out, we saw a lot of Shadow Fiends in the laning stage, but mostly Void Spirit was played at mid lane back then. So like you see Void Spirit, you know where he's going to go. You pick Shadow Fiend, you pick Puck, and you make his life miserable. But now you can shift him towards position 3, position 4 if needed.
Absolutely can. Chen out there as OG, the double pick for them. They've got plenty of options. And they could go for that Grimstroke with, the Rubik Grimstroke looked pretty good for Alliance, honestly. And they do start things off with the old paintbrush boy.
What about Beastmaster? I just love this combo. Dragonite is gone. This is my second favorite, lower cooldown stun on multiple targets. I mean, you might also try to grab Ricky right now. Ricky, Grimstroke, strong combo. It's also one of the heroes that, really shuts down Void Spirit once you get the Fusel Blade. And it forces you to itemize differently. You can't just rush Aghanim Scepter. You need to be able to have a saving item for yourself.
Grimstroke Magnus.
I love what Seb did. Man, during the interview in Gamers Without Borders tournament, he said Magnus is unplayable. That was a couple of days ago. I'm pretty sure there was no patch, so Magnus did not get buffed. But this is Galaxy brain play from Seb. Like, tell others this hero is not usable, so they're not going to ban it, they're not going to be picking it, and then you can have it for yourself.
And also the fact that, if Seb is saying that, you're thinking, oh, well, maybe Seb is thinking about playing it in the offlane. No, they played it mid for mid one in their previous series, showing off to great success. Shadow Demon going to be joining the Void Spirit there for Alliance, so you've got that laning phase potency from the poison. You've got that nice soul catcher against such a tanky hero in Magnus. Also, a good little save there. You've got the maneuverability of Void Spirit and the disruption to try and save him from any kind of silence from Phantom Embrace or RP from Magnus. So second ban phase now. As Alliance, only one hero that they can remove. Luna is still out there. You could theoretically consider that, but they get rid of the Juggernaut, which was the hero that OG did pair up with the Magnus up against Viking.
I'm just thinking about Mag. Usually, when Mag was really popular, there are a couple of heroes that you wanted to pick, like either Enigma or Winter Wyvern. You know where they're going to be grouping up, like around that RP. So you have a great opportunity to set things up for your own team.
Is it Beastmaster ban time? I feel like Queen of Pain is such a good second phase ban against pretty much any team right now. But Beastmaster here for Alliance could be a good shout.
The addition of pushback on Queen of Pain's ulti made her so strong, but it took us a little while to understand how strong of a hero she actually is. It's not just about the damage. It's about, pushing them back. You have this extra 0.7 seconds. I just made that number up because I don't know the exact number, but it's just, my inner clock telling me. Chat will know.
Oh, they absolutely will. Centaur, removed out by OG, something that S4 has been playing pretty spectacularly, and a good combo with the Shadow Demon. Also gives them that additional save. Against a Grimstroke, you love having that Stampede. If you're on the same page, you run away, and you don't get caught by any further stuns or anything else. So what does OG want to go towards now alongside that Magnus? You could still go for the Ricky, right?
You could, yeah.
Rubik. Instant catch. The Rubik Grimstroke combination, so taking a leaf out of Alliance's playbook.
Do you think sometimes pro players go like, we're going to show you how this is done. We're going to beat you with your own like strategy combination of the heroes. I'm wondering if it like ever happens. Like if someone wants to pull that off, like it's probably OG.
Yeah, I bet they absolutely do. I bet they absolutely think about that. Like, hey, they pick these two heroes. We can, with great confidence, step it up a notch. Alliance need to start thinking about how they round out their draft, because you're dealing with this, acceleration from Magnus with the Empower. Great team fight from your two supports on OG's side, along with an RP always up your sleeve. Like, yes, you've got save, yes, you've got an elusive Void Spirit, but you don't have much tower damage. You've got, kind of single target focus, backstab and catch potential, but no real AoE team fight to speak of. What are they going to grab for S4? Because I don't believe we've seen S4 Void Spirit. This is more likely than not going to be your limp hero, I feel.
I'm pretty sure Hanskin can play it as position 4. So now they're just thinking, if you can pick one more hero that doesn't reveal anything right now, like Shadow Demon can be played at 4-5, Void Spirit 2-3-4. I haven't seen 5, but anything that can be played at multiple roles, so you still have an upper hand in the draft. Is it Techie's time for Alliance?
Come on. Oh, Elder Titan. I guess he's still potentially flexible, but more likely than not, it's like an FNG Shadow Demon and Hanskin Elder Titan, right?
Yes. I mean, it can also be Elder Titan 5. I don't remember seeing FNG playing it. But it's the hero that, has a great way of counter-initiating. Also around the RP, either use your ulti, where they're going to be grouping up. And they have a very nice setup for it. There's the Ricky that we talked about. It's a very, very good Ricky game.
Super good Ricky game, and with Empower on you as well. So his, his timing's going to be sped up quite nicely by that Magnus. I mean, what? So Elder Titan, you said kind of good counter initiation, good at resetting team fights. It just feels like a little bit of a weird pick. He doesn't have gap close. Doesn't feel like, he's not against, Meepo or anything like that, where he's got that innate kind of counteracting ability against it.
And now with Magnus +1, like you shut down a lot of these illusion-based heroes. If you wanted to go for Phantom Lancer, there's enough AoE, Grimstroke, Rubik, Ricky with the Empower. I don't believe that I've seen Ricky with the Empower. I've seen Ricky with Battle Fury, which is kind of the same thing, but you have this item for free.
I guess the great thing about Elder Titan is that you're able to contest stacks pretty nicely, right? Like if you've got a Magnus on the opposing team, they're going to be making some stacks every now and then, so you can go in there and potentially contest them, force some fights around that jungle. As Alliance grab themselves a Mars. So that's probably going to be your S4 hero, but is potentially still flexible with that Void Spirit.
It's a very good Storm Spirit game for OG if they want to run Magnus as their off lane. Like any elusive hero that can get outside of the arena feels good. And Storm Spirit against the Void on the mid lane is a good matchup for Storm. Okay, this was also the answer as the hero to grouping up around the RP. Even though they have Rubik, so pretty interesting ban from OG. I'd never thought I'm gonna see Faceless Void being banned out in this meta. It just feels too cooldown dependent hero.
Where's the Queen of Pain? Is Quap a hero you could slot into both lineups potentially?
Yes, for OG definitely. Blinks out of the Mars arena. So they think it's a mid Magnus. They did that, right? Last time when they had a mid matchup against a melee hero, they put Magnus on mid.
Yeah, it was mid one Magnus against the Boom Ember Spirit of Viking. And they had Juggernaut, Pugner, Enchantress, Earthshaker around that Magnus. Alliance do have to pick into this one a little blind. If we are looking at S4 Mars, Elder Titan for Hansken, F&G Shadow Demon, Morphling comes out last. So that's your Nico baby hero, so it should be the mid Void Spirit for Limp. But again, they could move those heroes around. None of them really stuck into a lane or anything like that.
I'd still prefer if OG gets a mid laner with the burst damage. Now they're very limited, so Queen of Pain comes to my mind, and once again, it's a good Storm game.
A pretty decent Puck game as well, but a Beastmaster is going to be Seb's hero here, so it looks like it will be that mid one Magnus that they were planning around. And FNG is the Elder Titan. So Hansken going to be taking up the Shadow Demon.
A lot of stunts coming out from OG. Like Lift, RP, Grimstroke, Beastmaster, you name it.
A lot of chase as well, right? Ricky, Rubik, Magnus, skewering, telekinesising people up. Ink swelling onto that Ricky. Alliance do have a pretty beefy lineup, though. Very good at starting team fights, whether it be Disruption or Mars Arena. And Nico Baby Morphling, could struggle. Sumail's probably going to have a pretty good start here. Morphling can definitely have some worries against Ricky when you do have so many stuns, like you're mentioning, on this OG side.
You need Void Spirit to be active to get the kills on Ricky. And if Ricky gets a good timing on a Diffusal Blade with Empower, it's just like having a free item. So the next set of items is going to come out a lot faster. So this is where OG's timing is going to, like, you're staying one step ahead or half step ahead because of that Empower. And you can't shut down Magnus, even if you do. It should be okay lane for Magnus no matter what. But even if you like make rotations, kill him once or twice, there's always a triangle for him. Even though he's playing Radiant, even though there's always jungle for him then. But he can just hit the creeps. And he's a very hard hero to kill. Like double Bracer build or a Magic Wand, Power Treads. You're sitting at almost 2000 HP, minute 7-8. You need to bring 3 heroes to actually kill Magnus. Same goes for Kanka. Like one of the reasons why these heroes were so popular back when the strength was a bit OP. You get magic resistance by having more strength. You get more magic resistance by having bracers. And then you are very hard to take down. There's always a threat of you being skewered back to the tower and RP'd if he's level 6.
I think that's what we saw Mid One do, right? He went... I don't think he Mid One really doesn't like finishing off nulls and braces. He likes the gauntlets and the circlets, then getting his first big item a little faster. He went straight into treads, no bottle on that mid Magnus, then into Echo Saber and toyed with the Vlads as that additional item for himself. But away we go, game 2, OG 1-0 up against Alliance. Seb on the Beastmaster up top, so far with No-Tail, Grimstroke and Saxa playing the Rubik. Inside the Roche Pit, hiding away with a Hawk flying overhead. What is this? What is this lizard hawk? It's like a pterodactyl. It's got a massive fin on its head. Ugly, ugly beast. Nico Baby Morphling, FNG Elder Titan going to scout out the advance of OG into their jungle with Limp Void Spirit. Not too far away if a fight does kick off. And then down bottom, S4 Mars and Hansken, the Shadow Demon, and Sumail Ricky cutting down a whole bunch of trees, trying to limit the spear action from that S4 Mars.
One way to not get wrong spell on Shadow Demon. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm playing Grimstroke, just gonna use this Inkswell to secure the rune. It's not worth it. Like getting Stroke of Fate level 1 is much better. You secure the range creep, much better harassment in the laning stage. Same goes for Shadow Demon. Like you want to have that Shadow Poison and you keep spamming it. Disruption level 1, we've seen that in the previous series where you get Disruption level 1, then you're kind of useless for the first minute until you get level 2.
It just doesn't feel efficient spell slot wise. Sumail, Magic Stick already up on him. So does Saxa. So that Shadow Demon potentially going to be giving a lot of stacks on the stick to them. Saxa already trying to de-ward out his little pull camp. Nothing there. Mid one up against Limp in that mid lane. Should be, for the most part, a farm trade between the two of them. No-Tail and FNG having a bit of a scrap top lane. Stroke of Fate being thrown out already. Where's your bet on first blood, Lacoste?
Summoning my prediction god, I believe bottom lane. I'm just helping out our observer, who's doing a very good job. Saxa dropping low, but they're still not level 2. Once they hit level 2, they can set things up with the disruption into spear.
No.
Look for those easy pickoffs. And currently, top lane, pretty interesting 1v1 plus 1v1. No-Tail really having to give it all he's got to deal with FNG. That double damage pretty much coming out from the Spirit, and boots up means No-Tail loses the majority of his HP. As Seb tries to continue farming in the wave against Nico Baby. Keep that pressure on the Morphling every step of the way.
Safe lane got buffed. Like you have extra armor and extra regen. Hanskin, they're playing
FNG.
very aggressive on him.
And he gets first blood up top though. FNG going real wild and looking for Courier Snipe as well, but it looks like he's going to just kill himself to tower. Gives over a kill to No-Tail in the meanwhile. A real good spirit usage from FNG though, you know, gets it onto a couple of heroes. He's got like 60 odd bonus damage. Able to chase down No-Tail with that boots advantage. Looks like mid lane, both players, again, kind of just towing that line, both pretty low on regen, as mid one brings out an additional salve for himself. At top again, Seb dropping very low. Does have to back off and salve as FNG and Nico Baby really very aggressive.
Oh, new salve. Man, the extra 2 seconds to regen up is a lot if you're, you know, missing a lot of creep waves in the laning stage. Nico Baby dropping low, but, you know, it's Morphling. You're not gonna see him die.
Yeah, he's got stick and tangos. He'll be just fine for now. The great thing here for Magnus, of course, farming that little camp off to his side. With that Empower. Able to get a little bit ahead of Limp's Void Spirit. Currently very even between the two of them, though. Now, Seb and No-Tail has gone from FNG being the aggressor to all of a sudden OG pressing forward as bottom lane. They do get a good catch onto Saxa, but Sumail's focusing Hanskin. So a good lift up puts Hanskin into a pretty sticky spot here, pops his stick. Tricks of the trade, not going to do the job there for Sumail, as No-Tail does kill off FNG. Saxa, though, with the help of Sumail, get the kill as it's traded back by S4 Spear. Stomp from the Centaur, catches both of them.
It's OG Centaur. You could see him stunning and then attacking Mars straight away. You know that he's a bit biased, unlike us.
Vanished, but not gone.
We see that more often. FNG just prioritizing boots on his hero when he's playing like Bane, Elder Titan, these heroes that need to be having more move speed so they can set things up. And now with the Tranquils, like he gets in, gets harassed, and then goes back to regen up. Oh, Seb in trouble.
Seb. Nice Fairy Fire with Inkswell. They're turning on Nico Baby. Seb going to come in with a couple of hits. Is it going to be enough? Nico Baby turns the fight, but a stomp is there. FNG
Watch that
slays
AoE.
Seb. My goodness. No-Tail's now in a bit of trouble as well. Nico Baby is going to walk back into the fight. They've tipped up Seb while hitting No-Tail. FNG's taking his hands off the keyboard here and just moving onto the Grimstroke. Courier coming in, another adaptive strike, not quite enough to bring him down. And FNG under the tower, very deep. Inkswell does connect, and No-Tail. Oh, this is a bit dangerous. That stomp's going to finish him off, and FNG's still alive.
He's
no
still
TP
alive.
for 20 seconds time. My goodness. FNG. Okay, Seb has it. We'll get revenge.
It doesn't matter if
Bouncy
he
runes.
dies there or not. Like, he also secured Morphling a full creep wave on the top to farm underneath the tower and some solo XP. Like, he's good to go. This is the dream start for FNG. He's getting kills, dying after with no mana, no HP. Windlace, Tranquil Boots. This is the most farmed FNG I've seen in quite some time at this stage of the game.
In his entire career. Bounty rune. I mean, you remember FNG, you know, 15 minutes in, no brown boots, playing Bane. He used to play the real hard, like, position 7 hero most of the time on his teams. One bounty rune remaining on the map there. It looked like Limp grabbed one of the northern ones and now hunting for mid one. Stacking camps for himself. Good deep observer ward. Limp's going to get a snipe here. Astral Step with Resonant Pulse straight on top of the Magnus. Skewer doesn't get him far enough away.
That's a pretty big kill. Just shutting down Magnus or any kind of hero that has flash farming ability. Bottom lane, Ricky. Yeah,
Oh,
Ricky's
the spear.
pretty hard to take down. Spear, no mana.
Oh.
Now he has it.
Couldn't quite get it. Using that God's Rebuke. Potentially removed a kill threat onto Sumail's Ricky. They did take down
rune.
Saxa though.
For purple hero, here he comes.
Void Spirit on his way bottom, but top lane, Seb. With the Inkswell up on him, FNG being targeted. A good little surround here with all the creeps, but FNG, he packs a punch. They will finally take them down as bottom lane. There's the dive, in from the Void Spirit, catching Sumail. He will not get out here alive, even with Tricks of the Trade to make a bit of a gap with a Blink Strike out. Limp, Astral Step, where is it? 10 seconds. He doesn't have it up quite in time. Dissimulate, maybe he can close the gap with another Resonant Pulse. Limp can't see him though, so he's going to give up.
Is under attack.
I thought they might grab 2 kills with the Arcane Rune, but Ricky is very slippery hero.
He sure is.
That's why I love him as a safe laner. Like, you get extra regen. He already has high regen for himself. Mid lane, refilling the bottle for Void Spirit. FNG is all over the place this game.
He's
Mostly in
doing a great job.
graveyard. 4 deaths on him. Okay.
3 kills though. Where's Seb? Back in base. Phase boots up, TP's back to lane. Inkswell level 2 for No-Tail. They'd love to grab a kill on this Nico Baby Morphling. Currently 0-0-2, all thanks to FNG's laning phase. Really bodyguarding that position 1. 8-minute rune coming. Limp heading up towards the top spot, and it's an invis for him.
Invisibility.
He was toying with mid one there, wasn't he? Like, come on, you can try and grab it. Let's see what you got.
Mid one just
Bottom lane.
completely skipping RP.
S4? Oh, FNG gets killed by Seb. I thought S4 was going to die down bottom. Looks like Sumail not quite enough in the tank as Hanskin. With plenty of poison stacks and a disruption. Oh, the God's Rebuke doesn't land. Sumail just
Dire's
fine.
middle tower is under attack.
Mid one really playing the jungle pretty heavily as this Magnus Bracer treads. And it looks like he is going to go for the Vlads.
I thought you were gonna say that he's playing in jungle very well. Like, he's
But he's killing those neutral creeps.
right-clicking those creeps, huh?
They didn't stand a chance, Lacoste.
He gets the best item for it, Iron Talon. Stacking the camp for himself.
Oh. Almost. Well, he could start farming Ancients if he wanted to. 71 and 3 on the Magnus. Still behind the Void Spirit by about 300 net worth, though. FNG into mid lane. No-Tail behind mid one. Alliance trying to make a play onto the Magnus.
You need another
Sorry.
hero to kill him. Like, he's just way too tanky.
Just gonna solo RP Limp. Trying with the silence there, but not quite timed.
A very close gank.
I mean, Sumail was also here as well. They're gonna force Limp to expend an Astral Step to get away. But here's OG again, you know, 10 minutes in, they're looking for these plays, because a pick-off onto Limp means a tier 1 tower mid with a catapult wave. But now, knowing 3 heroes shown mid, Saxon dodges the spear bottom lane, gets a lift onto the Mars, but the God's Rebuke does take him out.
Bounty rune spawning. Ricky will pick up 1. Seems like it's gonna be 3 for 1 for OG.
Sumail jumping Hanskin. Good silence, stops the disruption. So a quick little dispatching of the Shadow Demon means S4, his Arena of Blood, not really getting the job done. Sumail gets a double kill.
Is under attack.
Really well executed by No-Tail there. This Ricky combo and Limp,
This
he's walked
damage.
into an empowered Ricky. It does finally expire, but Limp, he's going to have to use an Astral Step here surely to get away. He's popped Assimilate, Sumail not going to give chase. 10-1 charges still in the hands of the Void Spirit.
And mid tower is gonna fall. Like Ricky created a lot of space, forcing Ember Spirit to go back to the bottom lane, try stuff happen. I mean, you're playing against the Magnus with Catapult Wave, of course your tower is gonna fall. It's just a casual Morbid Mask for now. Usually on mid Magnuses it's Echo Saber just to increase your farming, have mana sustain, and you can upgrade that Sage Mask. Sage Mask, man, it's such a great level 1 item.
It just feels so good.
Radiant's bottom tower.
FNG, he did make a few stacks for Nico Baby, which are all being cleared out. Sax are doing the same thing down in the bottom jungle for OG. Jump in onto the Grimstroke, good spear. Not finishing him off though, Limp is going to have to Astral Step away as Sumail. He's come in, shown himself as this Ricky, to simulate back, the jump in with the Tricks of the Trade and a Stolen Spear with an Inkswell down. They roar up the Shadow Demon. They will get 1 kill. It looks like mid one escapes with his life mid lane as well.
Sumail doesn't have that much CS compared to other heroes in this game, but his net worth is like okay. They were harassing him a lot early on, now TP's to the top lane. Still gonna be a decent timing on the Diffusal Blade. Once you get that, like Morphling needs to care, Morphling hates to play into any kind of mana burn. And with Diffusal Blade plus Cloud online, like you can just solo kill the Void. I mean, you can solo kill any hero on the map besides Mars, maybe.
Yeah, just like they did to FNG. Grimstroke Ricky. Now Magnus, mid one, hasted up. He went in to scout out where Nico Baby's been hiding. Sees the Morphling farming in the large camp. No stacks of Ancients remaining. Thought maybe he could steal some, so he goes down to his own large Ancient camp. Quickly take them down, or maybe they'll quickly take him down. He's gonna RP the Ancients! Oh, he got him! What is that, a 10-man RP? Is he still gonna die?
Oh, mid one. Like, someone tip him, please.
No, nothing happened. Seb is just like, oh, Ancients, I'm going to farm these now.
Oh.
You can see Limp, man. He wanted to see what's happening there, like what's going on the Ancient camp. Must be something pretty big if mid one died there, but he cleared most of them.
My goodness. Well, it puts mid one very close to his Echo Saber. Alliance coming into this bottom Radiant jungle though, looking to take control of a little bit more of this map.
At one point he was like, shit man, that's a lot of stacks. They overdid it, I'm gonna die, so use his RP immediately, and even that doesn't save him.
171 ping, that's what we're gonna blame it on. That's what mid one's playing on right now. It wasn't his fault. Roar up. S4. Trying to be helped by FNG Stomp. No-Tail still here with the Phantom's Embrace, and mid one's coming in to help as well, so no escape for the Mars. I'll try his best to drag them along for a little bit more of wasted time. 11-7, still pretty close net worth-wise though. I'm looking for these primary items for OG as Sumail jumping onto Limp. Invis bottled up bow and no real catch. But of course the threat from the jungle. The forest-dwelling Morphling getting close to that E-Blade.
OG will still have a window of like 3 minutes to take a fight with Ricky's Diffusal Blade before Morphling gets a shotgun.
And disruption from Hanskin buys him a little bit of time. Saxa mid one, No-Tail and Sumail All in this mid lane, 4 heroes strong, collapsing. They maybe wanted the Limp Void Spirit, but they'll get the Shadow Demon. And they can still keep on fighting. They've got RP back up again after its exceptional usage on those Ancients. Limp waiting for bounty runes. He can't wait any longer though. OG have come in. Astral Step still ready.
Arena is ready.
No-Tail, Soulbind up on the 2 of them. He's Inkswelled himself as well as FNG. He's stuck on the low ground. Waveform in towards the arena. No-Tail brought down as Dissimilate keeps Limp in the fight. They've not got RP. It's been busted out. Now Nico Baby, incredibly powerful, roared up inside the Tricks of the Trade. He does have a Waveform to get away. Shockwave keeps him in play, but there's Hanskin able to drag everyone in and say, hey, I'm the target you want to go for. Gives his life to allow the rest of Alliance to escape.
Still chasing. He wants FNG. You don't go on tier 3 towers. That's 200 damage per hit.
And it looked decent for Alliance, but OG come out with a 3-for-1 exchange. You know, 2 core kills. Nico Baby really the prime hero there for Alliance to keep alive. But he's walked back into his triangle. Saxa and Sumail both here. Ooh, they don't want to go for it. I don't know if I didn't see him.
Ghost Scepter. Sitting at 1000 HP, now he's very low, just, you know, keeps shifting. Sumail, No-Tail, what a bro, brings us south to No-Tail. I want to see Empowered Ricky farming. These 2 heroes are playing very far away from each other, so it's just Magnus who's getting benefit from the Empower right now.
Oh, Limp will find himself some bounty runes up top. Haste rune still bottled up for him as he works toward the Yule Scepter slowly but surely. 5,500 net worth for him. That's where really the big difference is coming now as Saxa lift up and cancel the stomp. He's going to kill off FNG in the midst of that Alpha Wolf buffing up the boars. Giving them an extra kind of 50% damage pretty much. With that Helm of the Dominator on top of it. So no Necro Rush from Seb.
Usually we see Necro books, yeah. Now he's going for a different kind of a build, just prioritizing Blink Dagger, so it's much easier for them to execute and have one way of initiation before Magnus gets a Blink Dagger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Speaking of Blink Dagger, S4 50 gold away from it. They know the Hawk is up above them, so OG, they have that vision as they... Saxa? Okay. Saxa got Inkswelled up and he TP's top, but they'll just Soulbind up Nico Baby. They double roar and focus S4, the Mars. He's so low, but he's disrupted up and saved by Hanskin. Now the big Earth Splitter from FNG, beautifully done by Alliance, slaying the Grimstroke and an S4 double kill as the Ricky follows.
Alliance uses the info given on the map, like Saxa TP top, so that means no spells will be stolen. And you see Nico Baby just TPing Saxa for that TP away.
Yeah, exactly. No. Every little bit of information helps. As soon as one hero shows on the opposite side of the map, Alliance strike with everything they've got. OG going to be hitting another big peak soon, though. Blink Magnus, as well as this Blink Beastmaster. So Soulbind into Roar going to be much easier to execute, and that initiation from RP. As Void Spirit struggling to build up that Yule Scepter, he is really starting to lag behind. But most certainly like a secondary core here. As that Morphling is going to be your real heavy hitter. OG into the Roche Pit.
Ooh, Nether Shawl for Morphling. He wants... Oh, he's not keeping that one? Very interesting. Like, just having extra magical burst on that shotgun feels great. Who did he give it to?
I can't hear a word you're saying. I can see your mouth moving. Let's try this again. Having a few technical issues today with Discord and stuff. And
Dota with the RP blink, so they have two
OG and
right
Alliance
now.
both smoked up on opposite sides of the river.
Gary, are you okay?
Yes, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Beautiful.
Yeah, people were complaining in our first series about Discord issues.
Yeah, it's players and us as well. But the RP on 3, mid one, beautiful catch. Skewer them back into the waiting arms of the rest of OG. A double for Seb now as the Soulbind comes down onto 2 of them. They've got Nico maybe trapped inside the smoke screen, and they're going to spear him out of it, but it doesn't matter. It's a 4-man sweep through as OG, beautiful initiation. Alliance didn't stand a bloody chance.
They try to go for Roche, get out, smoke. There's also Sentry Ward, so they can smoke underneath it and just do a perfect backstab. Man, mid one. 3-man RP with that earlier Blink Dagger pickup. Bounty runes are spawning. Let's see. No-Tail might be in trouble.
It looks like the Void Spirit's going to get silenced up here, though. Hanskin with a poison, moving across to try and catch No-Tail. The spear from Saxa. They don't have any more follow-through, though. Dissimulate? No. Limp has the 1 charge and stomp up Saxa to get the 2 support kills. OG too deep.
It's still fine. They got the Roche out of it.
Death comes in threes.
So Ricky...
My matriarch will prize.
Okay, Ricky has a clumsy net. Not the item that you usually want to have on the hero, since root mechanic just destroys you. But you don't have ways of stopping TP, so that's one way to do it if you're just going for a solo kill. I also believe you can dodge it with the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you
use
can.
it on him and then just dodge it. So this is where synergy comes from.
And then Morphling gets his own clumsy net. Sends it back to the stash, though. Keeping that Iron Talon for now. Man, that threat from OG, the double blinks, that timing, they knew exactly what was up. You know, they attempt Roshan, they smoke up, they wrap around. I really like that play from Seb. You know, he just walks straight into the mid lane, shows himself in the river below 2 ramps. He knows that the chance he's going to get jumped on is pretty high, and it opens everything up for that mag initiation. Now it's time to start looking for BKBs. Magnus is eyeing one up. Manta style being built up by the Ricky. Going to be his kind of defensive item, but also ramping up his damage quite nicely.
OG just wants to take full control of this game right now. No-Tail early gem pickup, 21 minutes in. That's very rare to see. But with the Beastmaster Hawk, they can control the vision. They have Aegis, so now they can keep playing more aggressive. Like you see, Ricky is not really farming with that Empower. Usually it's just for the team fight.
Giving him that more damage as Seb found by the Mars, but a 2-man RP again from mid one with a smoke screen. They can't do anything. Limp disrupted up to get him out of danger, but he's still trapped in the middle of all of OG's heroes. The Soulbind connects him to the Elder Titan and Ricky, annihilating yet another couple of heroes in a row as Nico Baby focuses No-Tail, does get the kill on the support and pops the Aegis out from the Ricky, but Alliance, they've got to retreat from this one. Mid one is back in again, nearly finding kill on FNG as he does limp away and Sumail giving chase. Quick little spirit with the stomp stops the advance of Saxa and Sumail. This time a 2 for 2, a little better from Alliance as they do get that initial jump again, but OG are so ready for the counter initiation.
They got Beastmaster before he could get any spells off, so that's pretty big kill to take him down with the shotgun. Also stolen arena for the next fight from Saxa. Like, what do you shout when you have it? Like, you need to know which one is ours. You shout arena.
Our arena.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You got me smiling again. OG, they are fishing. Who's that? Hanskin, nice positioning to pop the smoke. They drums and they jump in. Great initiation from that Limp Void Spirit, though. Still going to get caught and picked off here. Disruption buys him a little bit of space. Maybe they can turn this one. There, down goes Morphling, though. And FNG, the focus from OG, really picking their targets exceptionally well. And one by one, the dominoes will tumble down. Seb still blinking forward aggressively, looking for the catch onto Limp and Hanskin. The ball slow will take out the SD with mid one whacking him away for a triple kill. And Alliance, just absolutely nothing you can do. The speed at which OG pick a target out and annihilate them in a matter of seconds is just beautiful to watch.
Alliance had a good positioning. Hanskin breaking the smoke in those trees. FNG was standing on the high ground, but problem was, like, you rely on Morphling to not get instantly blown up in that fight. Man, look at the damage coming out from Magnus. Like, Helm of the Dominator, Empower, Alpha Wolf if he's there. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see any, you know, defensive builds on mag. Just straight damage. Q's up, Daedalus.
Time to land some big crits. Nico Baby, a recipe away from his BKB. Alliance trying to reclaim control. They need a morale swinging team fight here. They need pickoffs. So they smoke up together.
They
2,000
stole
gold
the
until...
gem. That's pretty big against Ricky. No-Tail was
Yeah.
the one keeping it in the previous fight, and he got instantly blown up. So having it against Ricky and the Hawk, I mean, and the wards in general, is just means you're gonna get rid of a lot of the vision.
I must have them all.
Scythe of Vice queued up by Seb. So what's the reason he doesn't go for Necrobook this game? You know, we kind of talked about the Helm, but we didn't come back to why not Necrobook.
Why not
Just
Necro?
Yeah.
I already said Blink Dagger. They wanted to easily pull off the Grimstroke combo, and he can surprise the Morphling before he can get, or just Disruptor. Disrupton? What's Disrupton? I don't know. It's
Disruption.
Shadow Demon with Disruption. I just mixed a couple of heroes, you know.
But like, you know, why not go back into Necrobook? Is it just not worth it?
It's not worth
Too
it
much
at
of an
this
early
point.
game item?
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
OG looking for objectives
scanning.
as they wait for that Roshan to respawn.
You can see his
Transport
way of
wave.
thinking.
Top tower has
Like, I have
fallen.
Grimstroke, get anything that synergizes well with it, going for Hex. He also tends to farm a lot. He's third on the net worth, fourth right now. So that Hex is gonna be a very big game-changing item that they get. Ricky, just defusal into Yasha, realizes I don't want to finish off Manta style, it's too costly and it doesn't protect me against any of the stuns, so I better just buy a BKB for myself.
Some safety against E-Blade as well. That's been one of his big problems. Nico Baby focusing the Ricky with that shotgun. Mid and top both pushed in. OG could think about the tier 2, but Alliance already prepping themselves for a pretty good defense. And Ricky is now showing down bottom lane. Empower tricks of the trade, clearing through creep waves very speedily. Ricky shows and they still fight mid. They've got the catch onto the Limp Void Spirit and they've shredded him. The Mars Arena does nothing. The buyback from Limp comes out. Mid one BKB and skewers out. Good spear from Saxa holds the Void Spirit away. The gem's still on the deck, but they TP away.
Just BKB TP out, it's that easy.
Yule's up, trying to catch at least one straggling target so they get no tail. But that's a buyback from Limp and they smoke up. They need more desperately. Ricky coming in to try and connect with the rest of his squad. Needs that empower from mid one. No RP. 1.5 minutes. 40 seconds for the roar of Seb, but they lift up S4. Shockwave in to focus down Hunskin. They found the Shadow Demon. No bubble, no save. S4, he's being annihilated now as Sumel's Ricky is unstoppable. Quick skewer out from mid one as Nico Baby does the same thing. Morphling does not want to stick around in this fight. They've got Roar in 20 seconds. They're trying to catch the Morphling with a smoke screen. Tricks the trade again. What connections can they make with stuns? It's the Mars Spear stolen by Saxa, and Nico Baby yet again out of mana and out of HP, destroyed by OG.
They decide to take a fight when there's no abilities, but OG will gladly take that one. Like, shotgun on Magnus, you're not gonna blow him up, and you know that he doesn't have RP. There's no way this Magnus is dying. Like, they have pretty sick combo in terms of, like, reducing the magical damage, Grow Bow, you have level 4 Natural Order, Shadow Demon with the Soul Catcher, just reducing everyone's HP by 35%. And then you just use a shotgun. It's super effective, but I don't think it's that good to try to use it on Magnus in a team fight where he already used the RP.
And then Sumel, you know, 10-second BKB, can't stop him. Well, Limp just doesn't feel like a hero this game.
If you compare this Void Spirit to the previous one, it's not just about the hero, it's who's he playing against. He played against no real stuns in the previous game, so he can afford to get, you know, and he had a Baton by himself, but now this one's playing against Ricky, so you need to have a defensive item. Oh, Orb of Destruction. Like, every single time I see Ricky, this item drops.
That is so good. S4, dewarding and dealing with skeletons as OG ready for Roshan, and it is respawning now. Both teams know exactly where each other are. Roshan up, not scouted out. Dire scanning nearby the pit. And a smoke from Grimstroke, Ricky, and Magnus looking for that immediate jump. Where's the teamfight initiation? There's plenty of sentries and reveal here for Alliance. Inkswell not going to be connecting onto anyone now.
Roche
OG
just spawned, and it's being pinged out. They have no vision, but No-Tail says, let's check this one out.
Let's go see what's going on in that cave.
That should help.
Or not.
Just chilling. Holding the high ground still, waiting for Alliance to make their move towards them. They've got this high ground ward scouting out, so they want to be in position to pop smoke, and that's why Saxa is where he is right now. Sumail could also wander a little bit further forward.
Ooh, double damage from Morphling on the bottom lane.
FNG Spirit sees that there's no one taking Roshan, or at least he couldn't catch a glimpse of anyone. So Alliance pretty happy, just holding where they are for now. The fear of Sumail jumping on you as the Mars misses the spear, gets his ulti down onto Sumail, but he's got smoke screen and tricks of the trade. S4, oh, that's not the way to initiate. Does get the disruption off to save him. Oh, is that stolen out? I'm not sure, but a Soulburn double roar. That's the play you make as OG. The DD Morphling, he pops his BKB to turn a fight for the RP, catching him.
He finds him,
Nico
no more.
He's down and out. Doesn't have buyback, and Alliance, there is no coming back from this. Devastating blows from OG.
Yeah, you don't even have to go for Roche right now. There's 2 buybacks. It's a full team wipe for OG, actually. You have Beastmaster Aura, double Roar, double Sight of Vice on Beastmaster. Man, I've praised Seb over the last few days how he knows how to itemize. And I think this game also shows. His Mirana a couple of days ago when they had nothing against the Storm Spirit, he built Road of Atos. They're just gonna go for tier 4 towers. Skip
Hell
the
yeah,
barracks.
why not?
Dire's middle tower.
End the game. Kill the mango tree, destroy the base. S4 saying goodnight. OG putting on an absolute clinic here. 37-17, and the throne's about to fall.
Dire's ancient is
No Morphling, no Void Spirit.
Do whatever you can. Try to stall it.
Yes, delays the push.
Dire's
That's it.
ancient is under
I've just been
attack.
kicked out of the... I just lost connection to Dota TV.
Well,
Am I
it
still-
was your fault, and now we know, Gary, whose fault was it who was causing the issues, and I was the one who apologized a couple of times, even though it wasn't my fault, but we know for the future. Man, what a strong showing from OG in this game as well. Like, their itemization, understanding of the timings, mid one once again with the great performance on 170 ping, you said? It must be so annoying, you know? Things that's like 1 point something second delay.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but, you know, performing beautifully there. Some big RPs from mid one. Great showing from OG all round as they do take this series 2-0 up against Alliance. You know, Alliance, their draft seemed decent. They just couldn't withstand this, you know, storm-like potency, the strength